bear, and volatile markets, completing daily level parameter iterations. Completely breaking the cyclical curse of traditional strategies where market style shifts lead to failure. All-dimensional intelligence radar, AiBot breaking through the limitations of single K-line analysis. The All-Dimensional Intelligence Network aggregates over 50,000 global data sources in real time. It converts on-chain funds, social sentiment, and macro fundamentals into quantitative indicators, completing predictions and portfolio restructuring before market anomalies occur. Millisecond-level high-frequency perpetual contract arbitrage, no market direction prediction, giving up on betting on one-way market trends. The system focuses on microstructural arbitrage. Leveraging millisecond-level latency advantages, it captures extremely short-term, tiny price discrepancies in the perpetual contract market, accumulating absolute returns through extremely high win rates and high-frequency trading. 24/7 long-short two-way hedging TWAP algorithm, AiBot ignoring bull and bear cycles. The system executes round-the-clock long-short two-way hedging. By introducing an institutional-grade TWAP, time-weighted average price, algorithm, large orders are broken down into a matrix of millisecond-level micro-orders, hiding trading intentions and minimizing slippage losses. Anti-fragile mechanism of the $100 million fund pool, pioneering an anti-fragile financial engineering model, a dynamic reserve of hundreds of millions of dollars builds an extremely thick safety cushion. 40% of excess returns are mandatorily injected into the reserve pool. In the event of extreme volatility, the fund pool automatically covers 100% of any deficit. Driven by a long-term positive mathematical expectation, the safety cushion expands exponentially. Strict daily drawdown control stress testing. AiBot adhering strictly to Wall Street grade risk control discipline. The system executes thousands of extreme market stress tests daily, while real-time monitoring strictly guards a 2% daily drawdown red line. Touching this threshold instantly triggers a system-level circuit breaker, building an insurmountable safety bottom line.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Where are your team members? Where are your team members? Invite them on board. Lupe, Camilo. What's up, guys? Curtis, welcome aboard, guys. Welcome aboard. Today we're going to talk about BitradeX, obviously, how we can partner with this giant, how we can secure daily and monthly profit out of this partnership. Let's understand the numbers, the metrics, the dynamics, how we can create our own network and secure this profits. The rewards out of the career plan. So first of all, what is BitradeX? Before that, what is this whole market that is in front of us, right? We're talking about this crypto market. There is, welcome aboard, how we can secure extra source of revenue when we enter in this whole universe. So first of all, there is in front of us an exchange that has over $180 million of reserve funds confirmed. So this is not us saying, this is one of the main websites that any exchange is analyzed, which is called CoinMarketCap. They have already proved to them that they have the reserve funds of over 180, I believe it's $187 million today. So let's walk through the first understanding of this market. If you are willing to have your money working for you, the first option that you have when you look at BitradeX is to activate their own bot, which is designed through the Arco system. So this bot will trade for you. So you don't have to trade yourself. You don't have to understand anything about the markets. You don't have to learn those market behaviors, the patterns, the structure, the volumes, liquidity, volatility. None of that is necessary. The only thing that you should do is activate your bot. So the system will perform the operations for you. How is it done? It will go over different pillars of analysis, such as the market overall. It's going through in this market analysis, what it does, if you come over here to the AiBot, each one of those options that you can place your capital under custody, they are going through different metrics of evaluation. We're talking about market trend, fear and index, volatility, capital flow, liquidity, sentiment. So you don't have to understand none of that. The bot does this analysis for you. I'm just explaining so you understand what's going on with your own money that is placed on this exchange. So through the strategy output, where the machine is going to analyze the entries, the exit, the stop loss, the sizing, the volatility expectations, it will execute on our behalf. So it has all these layers, all these tasks and order and risk already triggered. But beyond that, it's also going through risk control. So keep in mind that every time that the bot is going to place a trade for you, it does all this analysis of the every possible outcome. So even if the trade itself will deliver a negative outcome, the bot knows exactly how much we're going to lose because it has all the risk management in place before it buys or sells any orders for us. So this is part of the risk management where it can adjust and protect the positions in those volatile conditions when the market changes on us and it becomes unfavorable, right? Because we know the market will do whatever it wants to do. We don't control the markets. We don't control the volume. We don't control geopolitical articles. We don't control any media channels. So all of that will interfere in the market volatility, volume, and possible trade outcome. We control none of that. What we try to do as humans trading and also machines trading, we try to predict a possible outcome out of the market behavior. So when we compare ourselves to machines trading, we are not even on the same category. It's impossible for us because for the first time in humanity, we are living in an era where we are sharing this planet with something that is more accurate, it's faster, and also more reliable than we are. So if you trade manually, perfect. I trade manually. I'm a NASDAQ trader. I love that. I love trading, but I also have portions of my money implemented in those automated systems. Sometimes today, for example, I couldn't trade today. I was in the middle of a meeting in the New York opening session. Usually back in the days, I used to trade in the middle of my meetings. What happened? Boom, losses. Boom, account blowns. Because I was stupid. I didn't have my mindset in a proper professional way, right? Today, I know better. Today, I don't trade. What happened today? The market was terrible. It was choppy all the way. So my mentor and his team that we follow in Discord, they took a loss today, over $800 per account. It wasn't really different from what we expect because sometimes losses are part of the game, guys. There is no machine in the world and there's no strategy in the world that delivers 100% of win-loss ratio. But what we have in front of us, it's a system that delivers over 80% of win rate. And this is in one of those custodies. So that's the first thing that I'm going to walk you through. How can you activate those agents so they can perform the operations for you? Going a little bit further, you have the network rewards. When you can become a market affiliate, when you are right now partners with this huge exchange. So as partner, you can secure different layers of commissions out of this partnership. Understand what is the affiliate market. It is an industry and is a model that is adopted in multiple companies through multiple industries today. How does it work? Back in the days, the majority of the big companies in the market, they used to spend millions of dollars in marketing strategies. They used to hire those agencies that will create ads, that will create promotions so they could bring on more people and grow their community. But today, they hire influencers. They hire their own users, which is our case. Right? So whenever we bring someone in through our referral, this person registered through our own account, what happens is that we secure commissions out of this activity. So the affiliate market, it's nothing but modern distribution and is adopted today by multiple industries. We're not talking only about finances or only about crypto. Although when we think about exchanges, Binance, OKS, Kraken, BitGet, all of them, they allow you to partner with them and to work as their affiliate partners. So we have today any influencer, for example, that you're following, you're doom scrolling and you see your favorite influencer and he is promoting some digital product or some physical product and he says the link is in the bio. If you click on that link and you purchase through his link, a portion of what you pay goes directly to this influencer's pocket. This is affiliate market. Is when we assist the company and that is mentioned to grow organically, and we can have commissions out of this. So those are the two lines that the two venues that I'm gonna show us how to secure profits today, right? With this giant that is in front of us all. So let's start from the beginning. What we have in front of us, it is BitradeX, right? What is BitradeX? Let's come over here and understand what's in front of us. So we know that in terms of historical context, we experienced something related to money, that it's not what it used to be. So back in the days, our parents, they trusted paper. Their parents, they trusted gold. Their parents, they trusted barter. So today, we have a huge portion of humanity that is not trusting any. We trust gold, obviously. We are always going to trust gold and silver. But in terms of portability, it's hard for us to rely solely on gold. How much it weighs gold. It's hard for us, if we ever change countries, if we ever move to a different city, have to carry all our wealth and fortune in our car. Like if it's mainly gold, right? It's heavy as hell. So today, instead of relying solely on paper or these commodities, the humanity is experiencing the shift from paper to gold, right? So we know that we no longer want to trust politics. We no longer want to trust solely central banks. And now we all know that they are not as reliable as we once thought they were, if we ever thought that central banks and politics, they were super reliable. So what we trust today, it's those inalterable mathematics, artificial intelligence. Why is that? This is not a trend. We say this every day. This is a monetary revolution because the blockchain technology, it belongs to no one. So no one has full control over it. No one can tell us what to do with our own money if it's inside this new era, right? So we know that right now, we are facing the transition from paper to gold. We know that all the huge eras that marked our humanity, that marked existence per se, they came through waves, right? So we saw that we had the electrician wave, then we had the Google and Amazon wave. Imagine Google and Amazon back in the 99. It's how much was their stock worth it and how much is it today? We had the mobile cloud when all of these new softwares, they were launched. And then we had the giant being born, AI, all together with crypto. So we have these two immense forces today running in parallel, side by side. And this is the world that we are today, guys. There is no turning back. It's impossible. We are facing the two most powerful forces on the planet today, which is AI and which is crypto, right? We don't know what's going to happen in the future because of how conscious AI can really turn into. But today, we can profit a lot out of those two forces combined. And I'm going to explain you how. So guess who noticed this first? The giants. So Wall Street, back in the days, as soon as crypto was launched, barely 20 years ago, 2 decades ago, the majority of us all, including myself, we were absolutely skeptical. We didn't want to believe that it was possible to have a decentralized sort of different power, monetary power. Who's going to trust this? No one's going to trust this because if something goes sideways, who are going to blame, right? So we need someone to blame. But how, if you realize that things go sideways when people try to control it, that's when things go bad. That's when things rot. If no one is trying to control it because it belongs to no one, it's working pretty well, right? So at the beginning, Wall Street really tried to fight this this war, this crypto war being introduced to us all. Obviously, they weren't trying to fight. But what happened is that they realized very early that this fight was not worth it. They were never going to win. So they started to change their strategies. And now instead of fighting it, they started purchasing and acquiring it. So Wall Street started to buy crypto left and right. Not only Wall Street, but also the giants in the market. So you have from automakers to coffee chains, global market giants, they have been testing and adopting in this digital currency. So all of these guys over here, now they started to implement crypto into their wallets, into their portfolio. You can buy a software in Microsoft. You can buy a game in Xbox. You can grab a cup of coffee in Starbucks with crypto. You can have your own banking depending on the financial institution, adding crypto to your portfolio. They offered limited access to Bitcoin and Ethereum for customers. We're talking about Goldman Sachs. We're talking about Citigroups. So when these big players, they started changing their entire infrastructure to accommodate crypto, we know that this is not a game anymore. This is not a test run. This is not an experiment anymore. This is a solid new era. You can purchase a car with crypto. So let's understand, how do these exchanges, those companies, they actually make money? So we need to understand, first of all, how is this sustainable? Because we are placing our money in those exchanges. Those exchanges, they are transacting billions of dollars every single day, billions of dollars. So how is this sustainable on the long run? Every one of these exchanges, every second of the day, they are trading, they are swapping, they are buying, they are selling every second of the day. Look at these numbers. So you have the fee revenue, right? They have the rate. Every time that those tiny transactions, they occur, or huge transactions, they charge fee. They charge each one of those exchanges, they charge transaction fees. So imagine an exchange that is transacting billions of dollars every single day. How much does it make on those tiny fees? You have spread when they buy, you have services when they hold. Look at the global trading volume in cryptocurrency alone in 2025. It achieved $85.7 trillion. This was in 2025 alone. Every day, it was transacting an average of $264.5 billion. Let that number sink in. Every day, $264 billion. This market, it's not an experiment field anymore, guys. So understand, what do you have coming out of the giants in the market, the pioneers, right? The ones that were able to position themselves on a higher level, on this higher category, and sustain themselves over there. So Binance, it built its whole empire just collecting the tiny fees, collecting the spread through the custody rewards. So Binance has proved that the model works. What BitradeX does, besides obviously scaling that and bringing the best of Binance, it's obviously also adding its own proprietary AI, the oracles that we just went through, the bot that is trading for us. So it's not just about humans trading in those exchanges anymore. They also added the flagship product is that we deploy our capital and the bots will trade for us. Understand something, guys. If you are only manually trading based on any charts that you have in front of you, or any something that you saw on Twitter, or maybe you have a gut feeling, if you're only manually trading and you're not using any one of those automated systems that are available out there, you are losing so much. I mean, you're actually not losing, you are not winning, you're not earning as much as you could. So if you take me, for example, I have today 5 different jobs, guys. I'm working around from 15 to 17 hours per day. All of those 5 jobs, they rely on my energy. They rely on my motivation. They rely on how smart I am, how organized I am. how healthy I am, all of those 5 jobs, I have 5 different sources of income, but they rely 100% of me. But I have also 7 different automated systems and sources of investments that are generating daily profit on my multiple accounts automatically. I don't depend on myself to make more money. So this is a tip that all of us in this room, we should understand about our finances. We should, first of all, never have our whole gold in one basket only, and never rely on money coming out of our intelligence, of how energetic we are today or how healthy we are today. We need to spread, and we need to spread that in also automated systems that will keep generating more money without relying on us, right? So I'm showing you today one of those possibilities there is out there. And this one specifically, I trust a lot. I've been BitradeX partner for over 1 year now. We have secured a lot of profit out of this partnership so far. I'm showing you different paths that you can follow. Keep this in mind. When we talk about automated systems, over 60 to 75% of all trading volume over the major global stock exchanges today, it's executed by those automated systems. Morgan Stanley holds today $4.6 trillion. This platform itself, it manages trillions of dollars. Why is that? It is used by more than 15,000 financial advisors. Thousands of financial advisors, they are managing $4.6 trillion. Why is that? This is an automated system because as humans, we feel emotional. We get emotional. We feel sick. We feel tired. We need to take a break from the charts. We cannot watch 10 charts simultaneously because we feel overwhelmed. We cannot have 15 indicators in our screen because the whole chart's going to become a huge mess. So we need to step away and drink some coffee. We need to breathe a little bit. We need to touch nature before we are able to regroup and place our mindset in a solid position that will allow us to trade. To summarize, humans trading, we need to control our emotions. 90% of humans, 95% of humans that will enter any sort of trading activities, they will fail and they will quit before they're able to make this a profitable business. 95%. From 95 to 97%. It is said that from 3 to 5% of all traders on the planet, they're going to become profitable. All the rest of us. I'm not going to include myself over there because I'm profitable today. Thanks, Lord. It took me long years to become profitable. Today, I'm profitable in trading. I'm able to see that, but I don't look at that as a profession. One of those 5 jobs that I have, it is that I'm a trader because I have monthly income out of this activity, but I look at it much more as a hobby. So why 95% of traders will quit? Because they work through emotions. So when we have machines trading for us, they don't care about their feelings. If they take a loss, they're not going to feel bad about it because it's part of the structure. It's part of the learning algorithms. It's part of the probabilities and the whole setup that was previously organized even before it placed buy and sell on our behalf. Machines, they look at all these decades of data, and what they do, they're going to calculate the accuracy of that possible outcome, and they are going to execute the trade for us flawlessly in milliseconds. They have scalpers bot. So every strategy, every trade, it will happen in seconds. So they are, BitradeX, it's able to put that Wall Street grade AI technology directly available to us all because we are able to select those bots, select the custody, and place our money in those systems that will generate income every single day. Let's talk about the stability when we understand the compliances of BitradeX. So it is established today as BitradeX FinTech Limited. How can you check that? There is this website that is called certic.com. This website is one of the primarily tools for, let's say, investigation of this whole industry. You're going to click on Skynet rating because you want to look at leaderboards and exchanges. right? So over here, we can look at the positioning of those exchanges that have been audited by this website. This website have audited roughly $500 billion, roughly $500 billion, at around $470 billion have been audited. They have audited every single one of those exchanges listed over here. We have 157 of all the exchanges on the planet today, guys. And BitradeX today stands at the 33rd position with an 81.1 score, overall score, grade A, right? We have it over here. This exchange has been on for 4 years. The bots, they have been trading for 1 year and a month, 1 year and almost 2 months. But the exchange have been on since 1st of January of 2022. The exchanges that are on the same listing, they have 98% of those exchanges being here at least 3 times longer than BitradeX. Look at Binance, has been here since 2017. Look at Coinbase, 14 years of activities. OKX, 9 years, 8 years, even the ones that are below, 9 years, 13 years, 12 years. So what does it say to us? That BitradeX was able to solidify their positioning in only 4 years of activities. This is outstanding, guys. This is amazing. Before we click in BitradeX information, let's look at Binance, right? Binance is number 1 on the planet. So let's see what Binance tells us in this website. They have in app security 4 main points of attention that they need to pay attention to. App security, they are a median plus. Listing security, they rose up a little bit. They are at 85. I think that yesterday it was at 81, 83, maybe 83. So they rose up a little bit. So this website, what it does, it's to evaluate each one of those exchanges through these different pillars and metrics. So we're talking about cybersecurity, market, operational, fundamental, listing security, and community. So if you look at Binance listing security, they are at 85. Save this number on the top of your head. 85 on Binance. Binance is the number 1 in the world. Let's click on BitradeX. BitradeX, Binance had 4 main points of attention in terms of app security. BitradeX has 3. Binance, in terms of website analysis and cybersecurity, Binance stands within their app security at median plus, and BitradeX, it has a higher cybersecurity in terms of website analysis. So we have fundamental, operational, market, cybersecurity, community, listing security. We can improve in the operational and fundamental, and this is with the executives. They are working non-stop within those parameters. And we have at markets 91. This is outstanding. Cybersecurity 90. Remember Binance that on 90. Remember Binance that on their listing security, they were at 85. We are at 88. So we are able today to compare ourselves with the number 1 in the world. One thing that is dropping this overall score to 81, it's obviously the community. It's the only one that is in yellow. Guys, keep in mind that this numbers over here, they fluctuate. The market is dynamic and is happening as we speak. So you're going to see that one day it's going to be at the 33rd position. The next day is going to be at the 36th. The next day is going to be at the 38th. And then it's going to drop to the 31st. The market is dynamic, right? Everything is happening. So the community, it's at 58. We have to work harder here, guys, to build up our teams, not only because we can generate way more profit when we grow our team members, but also because they are able to position themselves on a higher category. And when this happens, it's easier for us to have the exposure that we are aiming for. Picture this roadmap. BitradeX, within the next 3 years, position themselves among the top 10 exchanges in the planet with $15 billion in self-custody. That's the roadmap. It's clear as the sky, guys. Let's go over compliances. You see it over here, Exchange Regulation, FinCEN. It stands for Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. If you come it over here and you place the registration number, you see that BitradeX, it's registered within its compliances with FinCEN in the United States as a money service business. That's the MSB. So it's operating under anti-strict money laundering. All of these guidelines. So you see over here that it has the legal name, the address, the MSB activities. This is not a backyard operation, guys. Another thing for us to understand, it's liquidity fund. It's linked directly to Bain Capital Ventures. So we have today the exchange taking care of over $700 million under the bots management. This is how much they are serving today. They are managing over $700 million in asset within the AI bot system. They are serving over 2 million registered accounts globally, guys. When we first started to partner with BitradeX, this number was in 150,000. Look at it today. Over 457 bot users are actively applying their bot strategies under their custody and have their bots trading for them. The performance is from 35 to 45. So keep this in mind. They are paying up to 15%. The remainder goes to the rest of the affiliate partnership. It can go up to SVIP4. They are paying the developers, the support, those events. They're paying the whole structure. So there is a lot of margin that goes over the different elements of growth, right? So picture this. If it's paying 15% to the affiliates and a range of another 10%, we're talking about from 15 to 25% of profit going into the pockets of these rest of the operations, right? So we have the treasury fund. It has been confirmed to stand over $181 million. If you look at the second tool of analysis, which is called CoinMarketCap, this is another primary tool that we use to investigate not just digital assets that you see over here on the left, but exchanges where those digital assets are traded. It gives us a clear snapshot, $2.22 trillion. $2.22 trillion is how much the market stands today, the crypto industry. So you see the digital assets over here. When you click on exchange, you look at those exchanges where the digital assets are traded. So keep in mind, $84.7 trillion that were traded, total global volume in 2025 alone, have been through all those exchanges, right? So you see over here, Binance, OKX, Bybit, this is also a leaderboard. So when you scroll down, you see that BitradeX, it's at 45th position. They have transacted in the past 24 hours, guys, trading volume in 24 hours. $2,402,000,000, 428,922. $2,402,000,000. Imagine the fees that the exchange has generated. This, it's solely on derivatives. When we talk about spot today, the past 24 hours generated around $500 million. We're talking about roughly $3 billion that were generated in this exchange alone. So this is the derivatives, right? If you come over here to the exchange and you go into the spot trading volume, we look at BitradeX positioning, and they are at the 63rd position, 62nd position. They have transacted $518 million in the past 24 hours. So they have over 800,000 weekly visits, over 180 cryptocurrencies. If you click on BitradeX, pay attention to this. Some of these exchanges, they have this icon on the side that it says reserve data unavailable, reserve data unavailable. BitradeX has not. What does that mean? It means that they have already proved their reserve funds, that is over $187 million. So this is a fortress of trust. The reserve Treasury alone stands at over $187 million. This is only in spot. When we talk about the derivatives, another 10 million, and others, it's over $233 million today. A strong Bitcoin transaction has been presented to us in the past 24 hours, almost 8,000. When you click over here in derivatives, the Bitcoin that was transacted in the past 24 hours as well, over 7,900 as well, right? So, oh, it's the same, sorry, derivatives. They are at the 45th position. Oof! Almost 37,000 Bitcoins, almost 36,914 Bitcoins were transacted. Let's leave this over here. We have as well the team. Who is behind the team, right? Who is the executive, the director's table of BitradeX? So we have the CEO. He is the leads that has this whole vision, Nikolai Jenkins. He is working alongside the mastermind, Nelson Feng, this guy over here. He is the CIO. We also have Wade as the CBO and Raiden as the CMO, the Chief Information Officer. This guy over here, he is well known inside the industry, and he was one of the responsible for the BitGet expansion. He was formerly one of the BitGet executives when they had that boom in terms of their community expansion. And today, BitGet stands at the 4th position, and this guy over here once worked with them. So again, roadmap crystal clear, vision 3 years, position 10th alongside the top 10 with $15 billion assets under custody. When this presentation was released, they were at the 68th position. Today, they are at the 62nd. They are at the 50th, and derivatives, today, they are at the 45. So when I first started to understand a little bit more about BitradeX in May and June 2025, they were at the 193rd position. So they came a long way, and they already placing themselves in a good positioning. The credit card, so you can also spend your money, not just accumulate wealth, but also spend your money. Right now, as we speak, the credit cards, they are under maintenance and under upgrades. So they are about to release the new credit card system that we have. So you have the Visa and the MasterCard flag. Also understand about the system before we know that we are obviously safe to place our capital in one of those bots and automated systems. We need to understand what backs the sustainability of such exchange. All of those exchanges that they last a long time, and we know that inside this industry, longevity itself is a form of validation. So what backs a system? It's diversification. So no one is relying in only 1 or 2 tricks that they have. BitradeX whole ecosystem, it's fueled by 5 distinct revenue streams. We're talking about the global paying platform. We're talking about the BXC native token. When Binance launched, they launched their BNX token. Binance launched the BNX token way ago. It was launched at 10 cents. And at its peak in 2025, it rose 6,000 times its value. It was worth it over $1,300. So BitradeX has just launched its token. Today, it's at 0.45 cents, if I'm not mistaken. So this is one of the different pillars of revenue and sustainability. So through this BXC token, we are able to invest in RWAs, which is the digitalization of the real world assets. So we are talking about the possibility that we have to invest in commodities, in real estate, in minerals, right? Other ones than the cryptos. So this is a market that is projected for over $16 trillion market. So as soon as it's released to us, it's also going to generate those profits out of bot activities. So the same way that we have bots trading for us, we're also going to be able to hire them to perform the trades for us in the real world market. We also have obviously those bots trading for us. So they have their own AI proprietary trading system and these spot and derivatives transaction fees. So this machine here has been built to last decades. You're not talking about a machine that was built to last 1 month, 2 months, a quarter, to last semi-annual, to last 1 year. We have a machine in front of us that was designed to last longer than we want. I want this for 10 years. I want this for 15 years, just like all the other ones of those exchanges that are in the 1st to the 10th position. They have been on for 8 years, 9 years, 12 years, 13, 15 years. This should be us, guys, and we are heading this way. If you see the way that they are preparing the foundation, it's no different, right? We see that we have it over here, this whole estimated returns and the whole earning forecast in front of us of a company that is well established and has strong foundations. So let's understand now money, right? Let's talk business. So we have been through a little bit about the markets, about the bots. We've been through about the whole monetary revolution. We spoke about different components of this whole structure and the ecosystem. Now let's talk about this guy over here before we dive into numbers. So this guy, his name is David Villa. He is the official BitradeX ambassador. He was invited to be the official ambassador in June. If you go into his profile, you see that he has 6.6 million followers, verified profile. He is a Spanish soccer player. These guys just won the World Cup. He was a Spanish soccer player in 2010 when they brought in their World Cup. So he is obviously promoting his country, but he is also promoting BitradeX partnership. So he has just been announced in June that he is the new BitradeX official brand ambassador. So those are the levels of partnerships that we want to look at whenever we are choosing one of those exchanges to deploy our capital that are going to have our capital under custody. We want to see those levels of partnership. Another important figure that we have it over here is this guy. His name is Olivier Giroud. He's also a soccer player. If you realize the majority of those exchanges, they're going to invite those athletes that are at this level to represent them. Why is that? Because for you to achieve this level of maturity on your career, it means that you showed up every single day. It means that you were committed to excellence and professionalism. And that same mindset is inherited in BitradeX DNA. So you see this guy over here, he has been the official ambassador since June. Again, guys, another thumbs up, another seal of legitimacy. Those big guys over here, worldly known, they are proudly representing this giant that we have in front of us. Talking about Twitter accounts. This is BitradeX Twitter account. Follow them on every media channel because every day something different is posted. So we can be aware, we can stay attentive, we can stay tuned with them. We can understand what's going on. So there are multiple championships, trading championships that we are invited to participate. So if you are a trader, you are more than welcome. You are invited to use their exchange to trade. This was the 1-year anniversary that happened in Bangkok. This was from the 9th to the 11th of May. It was a huge event for over 1,500 people. There are multiple events that happen throughout the year. So if you're able to join the executives in one of those in-person events, please do so because the next one that is going to happen probably will be in Sao Paulo before the grand opening office in Malta, because right now the company is registered in the UK, but the headquarters is in Singapore and the headquarters is transitioning to Malta as we speak. So they are about to officially launch the grand opening office in Malta. This will happen around September. So this was a huge event. Now let's keep talking about how we can profit when we partner with this giant. So going back over here, first of all, this is an exchange, right? So if you come to markets over here, and if you click in any one of those digital assets that you have in front of you, a huge trading interface will pop up and you are able to buy, to sell, to swap, to trade. You have over 180 different cryptocurrencies that you can trade with. You have different indicators that you can use. You can trade in your app. You can trade futures when you can trade leverage over 125 times. So if you don't know how to trade, but you still want to secure a slice of profit out of this market, you turn on your bot, your BitradeX bot, your intelligence trading co-pilot, making every decision more efficient and precise. So we have it over here. Plus 100 multi-agent self-evolution strategy. We have a lot of different custodies. So what you can do over here, you can have the AI 30 to 360 and you are able to choose, or you can have the flexible rate. Each one of those will give you different custody values. So for example, AI daily rate over here, it will give you 7.5% on a monthly basis. This is about to expire, guys. We are about to see a lower interest rate, but we had enough time to be able to acquire this. But this is about to expire, but it has not expired just yet. So if you are smart, you go ahead and you register before it expires. It's about to expire today or tomorrow probably. And then instead of 7.5 per month, this will come to 6%. It's already an outstanding rate. It's already a great return. If you think about maybe some regular financial institution where you're going to have your capital deployed, invested, working for you, you're going to generate around 1.3, 1.4, maybe in some cases 1.8. It can reach up to 2.1, but this is a lot when we talk about regular financial institutions. Over here, you can secure up to 6% slash 7.5, right? So you have it over here, a bot that is delivering over 85 win rate. This is one of those. If you place your capital, $10,000, for example, you have an expected daily return of almost $25. Daily return on those 30 days, the 30 days return, you have 747. So this, it's the daily one. It will rise up 0.02% per day until it reach its peak, which is 0.25 per week. Sorry, per day. 0.25 per day, which will translate today to 7.5% per month. This is the daily flexible. It means that you were able to withdraw not just your profits, but also your deposits, right? Now you have the other four custodies, 30 days, 90 days, 180, and 360. Each one of those will hold your capital in a stacking period that will last each one of those custody periods. So for example, the 360, it will generate 15% per month. We're talking about 0.5% every single day. It has over 81% of win rate. So you're able to see the trades over here. You're able to see the recent performance. You're able to place over here how much capital you want to deploy to this bot specifically. And it will let you know how much it will generate. So have this in mind. Let's talk about why you're really here. Two venues. You can have two ventures. You can have the AI bot trading for you, and you can have profits out of your network. So let's think together. Hypothetical example. You have $10,000. You place on your 360 days AI bot. This bot will trade for you for the whole year. So you have, because you have placed $50, or because you have placed $10,000, you are making $50 every single day just out of your bot activities. So you have this multiplied by 30. We're talking about $1,000 and $500 every single month. Picture this, just out of your bot activities. So now you don't have to choose one or the other. I, for example, have all those bots trading for me. I have custody in every single one of those of those activities. I have in 30, I have in 180, I have in 90, I have in 360, and I have in daily. I look at daily as my emergency fund. I also have my network in place. What is your network? Is what you take a step further. So now, besides security and capital, only from your bot activity, what are you doing? You're building up your network. So you're using the exchange, you're trading with the exchange, you're using the card, you have purchased the token. You are in love what's in front of you. You're entering those trading championships. You are reading the newsletter. You are participating in any gaming that they have when you're able to spin the wheel, or you're securing coupons out of your check-ins and your achieved milestones. So you are in love with it. Now it's easy for you to promote it. Every time that someone registered through your link, you secure commissions out of this invitation. So you have the first level, which is your direct and your indirect referral. So let's do some quick math over here so you understand the bigger picture. You invite in Curtis. Curtis is my direct referral. I have my account, I generated my link, and I invite Curtis on. Right now, I'm making $1,500 out of my trading activities because I invited him in, and he also loves the exchange. So he also has $10,000 to place in his bot. He also chooses the 360 days. He also secures $50 per day. So $50 goes entirely for him, but 10% of that will come to my account. I don't take away from him. He secures entirely the 50%. But in terms of volume, I have 10%. So I have $5 every single day in my account because I invited him in. He registered through my link. The greatest thing is that because he chose the 360 days, I secure this money every single day for the next year. As long as the contract is valid, I secure the daily income. This is outstanding, guys. And he is only my direct referral. Now, Curtis, I also invite Dr. Wisdom, right? So now I have two people and they are both generating $5 per day for me. And you multiply this by 30, we have $150 from each one of them. So we are talking about another $300 on top of my $1,500 that my bot is already generating for me. So now each one of those two guys, Curtis and Dr. Wisdom, they invite in another two people each that do the same thing. They choose the 360. They also have the 10K to deploy. I invited a person 10 days ago. One of my referrals, they invited someone in and they invested $20,000 like this. So keep in mind, when they place another $10,000, because they are my indirect referral, I have 5% of that commission. So now I have 2.5 every single day because these guys, they invited on another two guys. So you multiply this by 4, right? 2, they invited 2 each one. So now I have 4 times 75. So I have now another $300 every single day. So we are every single month. So we are talking about on top of my bot, $2,100 being generated by my bot activities and by my community growth. And I have not even achieved the VIP status. This is when you don't stop at casual referrals. This is built for leaders. The career path goes from VIP 1 up to SVIP 4. So as your team volume grows from $50,000 up to millions, your team incentives also scale up dynamically to 84%. Look at the simulations based on Storic network averages. A VIP 4, it's earning on a monthly basis $67,000. You think this is a game, guys? You think this is a gaming station? This is a business in front of us. Many business owners, many entrepreneurs, they are not making this liquid in their pockets. Whenever you look at this as through a business lenses, you understand the powerhouse that you have in front of yourself. So many business owners, they are not pulling out this liquidity. And also the amount of hours that they have to work, and also the bills that they have to pay, and employees and government contracts and all of that. So you're looking at a solid business in front of you, but you are not putting 1/10 of what is required for you to generate the same amount. So think of it as a business, but if you really put your mindset into it, you can grow on an astronomical pace. So your job, as soon as you join in through this career plan, your job is to create your entry points, right? So this will redefine what financial freedom looks like. So you have over here the projection, right? For example, VIP 5, $235,000 on a monthly basis. Guys, obviously, this is average. It can be a little bit over, it can be a little bit lower that. This is the average of the users, the leaders that we have, right? So this is the projected. So what you have in mind is to understand the difference in the dynamic compression over here. For example, you have 60% if you are at VIP 6. But for those that are VIP 3, third in your network, you secure 30% because they already have 30%. So it's your 60% minus their 30%. So from them, you secure 30%. For example, you are VIP 5. From those in your network that are VIP 1, you have 40%. It's your 50% minus the 10% that they have already secured. This is called a dynamic compression. This will compensate the higher total volumes over here. So as soon as your team, you grow and your total team volume grows, your compensation also grows, right? So this is the whole presentation for today. There is much more, guys, but I don't want to hold us here more than 1 hour because all the previous presentations, we were like 1 hour and 15, 1 hour and 20 minutes. So let's try to keep this shortened. I'm going to try to change a little bit here and there. So tomorrow we can cover another aspects, but don't just want to come to these presentations and take no action, guys. Take action. Don't feel scared. You're going to place your codes outside. You're going to share your referrals with people. They're going to register. And as soon as you see this engine gaining traction, you're going to see what I'm talking about, right? So your job is to invite people in. Invite them on to this webinar over here. We are in multiple groups. There is webinars that are happening in Spanish, in Portuguese, in French. Lupe, thank you so much. I love it too. I love you guys. Thank you for taking the time for being here with me today and obviously getting to know a little bit more about this huge giant that we have in front of us. So to register, only 3 minutes, guys. Ensure that you register through the link of who has invited you in. Don't go to the app and register by yourself. Otherwise, you break the chain. So the whole goal is that we work together as a network, right? Email, phone number, number 2, deposit USDC, Bitcoin, USDT in your exchange. Step 3, activate your bot and welcome to the winning team. Guys, thank you so much. I see you all again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. Invite your team members on. I love this project. I'm proud that we are BitradeX partners, and I see you all again tomorrow, guys. Let's go. BitradeX all the way. Upwards and onwards. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. See you tomorrow.